guys, welcome back to our channel. This is LNE. So in this video we will be talking about how we met.
Yeah.
So let's do your version first and then I'll do my version.
How about everyone wants to see the truth at the end. So you can express how you feel we met, and then
Okay.
I'll let everybody know the truth.
I think it's a combination of each, but anyways, yes, I guess I will start. So how we met was through a friend. So my friend and I decided to go to the bar and we saw Elliot, and he was by himself at the time, so he was just kind of there by himself with a suit,
That's how I roll.
blah blah blah. At first I really didn't like him at all. Actually, I had like a huge attitude at that time as well. I was at a very different stage than I am now. I used to, whole different story, but I was just a lot more rude to people and I didn't have like an open mind or anything like that. So I saw Elliot and he was very good looking. I always thought he was a player because he looked like one. I don't know what that looks like now, but so I thought he was a player, and I just thought that because he had this kind of ego attitude, and it was more just confidence. He was very confident. He's still very confident now, but that's just kind of how I took it. I just took things in a negative way all the time. So I viewed him as an egotistic kind of guy, and I just never liked him. I gave him attitude all the time. Every time he talked to me, I just would shut him down and I would just be rude.
So most of that is true. We did meet in a club. I was by myself, which is, I don't know, strange to some people. But at the time, I was kind of going through a period of my life where I needed to kind of, some people say find themselves, but I had a small group of friends that I went out with, usually one or two, and it just so happened to be like they were both working, not available. So I had no problem going to a club by myself. I wasn't really that kind of club guy where be taking girls home anyways. I was just there for the music, grab a drink, and when I say drink, water. or like a soft beverage, because I don't even drink alcohol, so it was one of those things. So yeah, I met Linda and her friend there. It was basically how she described. Linda didn't really like me at the time, but it was strange because her friend was into me at the time, so it was very awkward at first, but
Yes.
that's kind of the first initial interaction, and then we hung out a few times as a group.
And we started to get to know each other a little bit
Yeah.
more. He asked me a bunch of questions. I was working like 3 jobs at the time, so I guess he really liked that about me, because I was like a hustler.
Yeah, and at the same time, this was like, let's say this was like over
I think
4 years ago now, 4 or 5.
almost 5 years
Almost
ago.
5 years ago, so maybe a lot of people know how Linda is now, and when I kind of laugh about it, that she wasn't the same person when I met her.
Not at all. It's crazy. We sometimes talk about it, and he, like, the type of person I used to be wasn't like a type of person he would be attracted to. But
No,
he
not
just
at
saw
all.
he just saw so much in me, and he saw the drive and the hustle that I had, right?
Yes.
And
To give you a little example, if any of you guys seen 8 Mile, one of those chicks in 8 Mile, that was kind of like what Linda was at right at that point in her life. Very, very different, very strange, but very angry girl. But
I
things
was.
change.
and they changed fairly quickly too. I
Yeah.
think once I started hanging around Elliot more, I started to change my mentality. And I started going to seminars because, again, I didn't even know what real estate was at the time. He introduced me to it. So once he opened my eyes up to this whole new world, I decided to then kind of go to seminars with him, without him. I started reading books, listening to audios, and I just started to surround myself around more positive people and millionaires and all those great people. So I just started to change. I think I changed within like the first 6 months of meeting you.
Mm-hmm. So after hanging out a few times, we were friends for a while, right?
For I think a whole year.
Yeah, we definitely took things very slow.
Yeah.
And I guess from my side, I was at a point where I told myself I actually didn't want a serious relationship, and if I did, I would only make an exception if it's for like a female that has that drive and relentless desire for kind of the same idea and path that I was looking for. So I guess that she was that one exception.
Who would have
Turned
known?
out great, but but yeah, that's why it kind of took a while, and that's why we were friends for a while. And then we slowly got into it. We started doing business together. She started buying properties. Yeah, it was actually quite amazing how fast she changed. I've never seen that before. But at the end of the day, like, a lot of people could say she had help. Everyone has help in this world. But I've never personally seen somebody change that fast around anyone. And I think it has to do with just your deepest desires.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me, when I was at a low point in my life, I had people, but not like someone beside me all the time. I had to reach out to them, and it took me a little bit here and there. But like for Linda, when we talked and we were friends for like that year, you could tell she was just like a nonstop hard worker, like just relentless, and she just wanted that push, that belief, right, from someone else, just to, I guess, validate that she can actually do it. And sometimes that's all it takes. And then, once you get that, you're just, off to the races. And that's kind of why she changed so quick. And she's literally like this brand new reborn person.
Yeah, because I never had anyone that was that positive in my life. Because I was always put down by my own family members. So I was always surrounded by negativity.
Mm-hmm.
So I never ever thought I could do anything with my life, honestly. I was just going to school, just getting a regular job. But even then, like, I didn't even think I was going to really make it, to be quite honest. So yeah, I think when Elliot came into my life, he was just such a positive person that it attracted me to him. And I also just deeply wanted to change and do something more as well. So it was very easy for me to make that quick change.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we built like our own little empire, and we're still building, still growing together, still creating goals yearly, monthly, discussing our goals, advice here and there. It's been great.
Yeah. We'll break down into other short videos or
we'll make other
episodes or whatever they're called about goals and all that other stuff. But
for the most part, I think that's it.
How we met, yes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't think that you can meet someone at the bars or at the club, and it is kind of true, but it's kind of strange. It's like kind of I don't know. It's kind of like fate in a way.
No, I don't think it's fate. This is where we're going to disagree.
Yes, this is where we disagree. But no, it's just kind of weird because you're not really that like party type of person. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I wouldn't
but
consider it fate. I would believe in your.
You were there at the right time.
You were there at the right time.
We were both there at the right time.
It's even more than that, because it's just the events that happen, and where we were in our life. It just happened to be right. Like, it's just it's not faith in a sense where I don't know what that really means deep. Like,
me neither, to be honest. I just heard someone say that to you once. What's it, Mark? From Amway?
Yeah, maybe.
I heard him say that to you because he saw you.
About
He
how
saw
we
you
met.
after several years, and he just said fate, and I was
Yeah.
like,
And I don't believe in that. And even that's even another video.
yeah.
I just met a business partner at a mall, and he's saying it's fate. But at the end of the day, it's not, because I was there shopping for one of the first houses I bought, and he was, I guess, there shopping. Right? It's just events, right? It's not fate. It's just
You're
these
both
events
there at the
happen,
right,
right?
time, yeah. So I guess that's how it.
It happens.
And it does happen. You know, you could potentially meet your significant other at a bar, right? It could. You guys could just be there at the same time.
Why I feel ours is a little different, because we first met at the bar, keeping in mind your friend was
That's
into
right.
me,
We weren't
and
into each other.
yeah.
Like it's not. Yeah, it's
took
not like.
over a year for us to like.
It's
really,
not like we went up to each other and like
yeah, it was
like
nothing
started
like that.
dancing or kissing. None of that. I totally didn't even. I felt the opposite. So until I really started to know him, hanging outside of the bar and then hanging alone is when I really started to get to know you.
Yeah, definitely over a year.
So I guess not.
The initial meet was at
Yeah.
the club, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little story. If you guys like stories like this, let us know in the comments below, and we'll make sure to make more of them. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join the L&E channel. Bye guys.